What's up, guys, and welcome to this episode of Saucey Gaming News, where we go over all the information from this week's gaming news. As you can see, I have a face. It's pretty crazy, I know. Went and bought a camera just for you guys, so make some jokes about this. We've got a few short stories today, and then we're going to be hit with the big story that I'm sure everyone's heard. I'd like to give my opinions on that. If you see me looking down this way, that's because that's where my notes are. So to start off with, Call of Duty 2020 teasers kind of went from like here to like here, and this is mainly because a bunch of people got sent these boxes, okay, these crates, and they was told not to open it until a specific day, a specific time, blah blah blah. And when the day and time came, I believe they had to text the code, and then they got the combination to said box. Inside the box was basically a load of packaging, but in there was like this cassette, well not cassette, this kind of movie player thing. And basically putting all these things together, it's led now to certain numbers being released, certain websites being released. It's interesting, and these are the sort of teaser. It almost reminds me of like a Call of Duty Zombies teaser kind of thing, but now with multiplayer. And the teaser even coming over to like Warzone as well, and apparently Black Ops 4, which was pretty crazy to say the least. So I like to see when teams do out of the box things like this. It's better than, I guess just releasing a trailer. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's almost certain to be set in Cold War now, especially with all the sort of the stuff that's being dropped. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where it goes from there. Moving on from there is Red Dead Online. Now, the game itself had a rocky start when it obviously came to fruition. Is that a word? Is that the right word? I don't know. When it was first released, had a very rocky start, a lot of issues, and for a while it seems to be going well, but lately, with the update we put out, there's been a lot of game-breaking bugs where there's like infinite spawning horses or something coming down, and yeah, it's messed up. Apparently, well, it is Rockstar. They are a great team, so I'm sure they'll get it fixed out pretty quickly, but it's always funny to see stuff like that. Hopefully not too many people overall have been affected too badly, but we'll have to wait and see. Moving on from there was a pretty big story. It's the fact that Xbox Series X, so this is the title I've got, Xbox Series X is now released in November. I believe November has been confirmed as we are going to release it here. However, Halo's been delayed. I can't look. I'm a PlayStation fanboy all day long, but I do feel kind of bad for them. The fact that their game, the only game they have right now, has been delayed again for another time. It just boggles me how they haven't got any big sort of IPs to work with other than Halo, and they're delaying it. And you see these Xbox fanboys as well that are here going, oh well, it doesn't matter if the textures looked bad when they presented it because it's an early build, and it's like, right, fair enough. And then they're like, oh well, it doesn't matter if it's being delayed because we want the best game possible. It's like, right, okay, fair enough, and we don't care about this anymore. It's getting to a point now where the game is looking more and more bleak and sort of hit with issues that it kind of worries me, certainly, because it's still a game I'm looking forward to. I might not love the Halo series as much as other people, but it's still a game that I would absolutely play. But like I say, with the issues that are cropping up, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Hopefully it goes well, but that's been obviously delayed till 2021. So look, I hope the gate sorted soon, because it's been in development for so long now. If something doesn't start happening soon, I'd be genuinely worried about the game. Moving on from there is EA Access and Origins is being rebranded to EA Play. So before this, you had EA Access on one hand, and then you had like Origins Access, I guess it would have been called, on another. Both had slightly different perks, slightly different features, whatever. But now it's being mushed into one. it just streamlines it a bit. In their exact article, they did say, and I will link all this below, they did say, though, that their idea was to get it all streamlined as best as possible. This seems like the smart way forward, rather than having people pay for 2 separate subscriptions. Now you get more benefits out of 1 subscription. Makes sense. Tony Hawk's as well, the remaster, there was some kind of early gameplay footage, like a beta thing, but it was only like a 2-minute sort of warehouse free skate type thing. It's looking good so far. I mean, the game graphically looks obviously very nice. I recommend checking out Jake Baldino, actually, from Game Ranks. If you find him on YouTube, I'll link his channel below, whatever. He had his sort of first thoughts now. I thought he gave some really good points. I'd advise checking him out. I haven't played it personally. It's not my sort of thing. I mean, me and my friends used to love it when we was younger, but nowadays I've got so many other things. So, I mean, I will check it out. I'm just not die hard for it, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I advise checking out Jake Baldino personal channel and seeing what he has to say, because he said, as far as he's concerned, it feels good to play, a little bit heavier, a little bit quicker, but still has that classic charm. So really looking forward to that. On from there was big news, I guess, and also I'm sure a lot of people won't be bothered. Hyperscape, the free-to-play battle royale, which I know at this point has been overused and, you know, to high hell, but it's a free-to-play, it's a battle royale. How can I explain it? It's fast, it's ridiculous, it's super fun. I actually really enjoy it. I'd advise, like I say, it's completely free. If you haven't already, you know, at least try it. You might play it and think, wow, this is the best thing I've ever played. So, yeah, if you haven't already, go to your respected stores, Xbox Store, PlayStation Store, whatever, download it. I believe it's, I don't believe it's on Switch. Although it might be coming to Switch. Who knows? Who knows about that one? Right, now moving in. Let me scroll down. Moving into the last couple of things before we get into this big news. So, FIFA 21 is starting to ramp up as well with changes, with features, all stuff like that. On my notes, I've literally just put FIFA 21, new features, will it make a difference? So, probably not. Look, they do this to us every year. Last year was meant to be the year where career mode got this big update, and I love FIFA. Let me just point this out. I'm a FIFA die-hard fan, and I know some people watching probably will be like, oh, I don't care about FIFA, that's fine, just skip past this bit. But FIFA for me has always been that one game that you can stick on. You don't need to go try hard, put your headphones on or anything, just put it on, relax, bit of music on in the background, or a video, or, you know, maybe watch a pickle sauce video. I don't know, that's up to you. But no, each year they kind of spoof us with this whole, look, we've got this dynamic system here, or, you know, if your player's here and you have another player here, suddenly you can do all these crazy things, and it's lost its charm. The fact that, like, FIFA 10 years ago had more features than FIFA today, it blows my mind. But they keep ramping up, they keep saying there's these new features, this new match manager sim that they had, like, back in 09. And I say new, but again, it's rehashed features. I just hope that it is all as good as it looks, because if it's not, I can guarantee this will be the last year I touch FIFA. I've started to play PES a lot more, and I'm so much happier playing PES. It's just a better game. You know, you can download all the licensing and everything on a memory stick in it takes half an hour. Honestly, PES is 100% better. If you're not playing PES as well, PES is usually cheaper as well. I think PES goes on sale for like £5 at a time. So if you're a football fan, pick up PES. But we'll see what this FIFA holds. If it's bad though, yeah, that'd be it. Unless they come out next year with like a brand new FIFA type and gets 10 out of 10 reviews. But yeah, certainly no more pre-ordering, stuff like that. On from there is Control. The game Control is not getting a free next-gen upgrade unless you pay for the Ultimate Edition, which is so scummy. I can't express it enough. How do I put this? So, I understand that you can't give every single player the free edition, you know, because what this would lead to is people getting, let's say, a PS5, and then buying, like, a cheap, or Control whatever cheap on the PlayStation Store, and, you know, let's say it goes on the PS Store for a £5, but it's still 30 quid on PS5. People would end up doing that just to get a free upgrade. So it can't be unlimited time, but the fact that all these people that have had or been with the game now for a year or two, bought all your expansions, bought all this, spent what, 60 quid? And you're going to turn around and go, no, look, you people then have to buy the Ultimate Edition again if you want that free upgrade. Why? I mean, in terms of replayability, it's not the most replayable game in the world, but still, if I spent 50, 60 quid on a game, only for you to tell me I've got to spend another 50, 60 quid for the exact same game on a upgraded version of the same console, I don't know, that blows my mind a little bit. Why do stuff like that? It's very scummy. Either give everyone, access to it or don't. This just seems to me like we're trying to get a quick bit of money before releasing on PS5. And yeah, really scummy. Don't do that, developers. Okay, the last small bit of news is from The Verge. It's titled Microsoft's new Xbox Series S console confirmed in leaked controller packaging. This, look, with these leaks, you can never be 100% sure or not. It could be photoshopped, it could be really well made, like, handmade, it could be done on a computer and printed out, and look, you can never be 100%, but from what it looks like on the packaging inside a Xbox Series X controller or something, it says it's compatible with the Xbox Series X and Series S, and the naming of Xbox consoles are awful. You try saying all that, Xbox Series X and S, or X, S, it's just awkward, but yeah, it looks like that's what they're planning to do, or planning to call it, and that's probably going to be its less powerful version. That's fine. A little bit of news, nothing crazy, right? Right, going down to my notes up here. Right, we've got a good one here. A real corker, as they say. So, this is Fortnite. This is what no one's been waiting for, though, because everyone's already heard this, but I had to talk about it. So, what happened? Well, a couple of days ago, I woke up and I go on Twitter and I see that Fortnite or Free Fortnite or something is trending. I see that Fortnite's live and they're just replaying the same, what is it, like film or clip, I guess you could say, over and over and over. Then I read a bit more into it and it turns out that basically Epic Games had made some changes to Fortnite in the way that the whole V-Bucks and payment thing works, and they knew full well this was against the terms of service of both Google and Apple. So what do Google and Apple do? They block it. That makes sense. It's their service. You're on their service. You follow their rules. But Epic Games freely knew that they broke rules here. So then I was like, well, why is Fortnite being so obtuse about it? Surely, if it was a mistake, Fortnite would just say, oh, look, okay, it's a mistake, we'll get this issue sorted. But no, out of nowhere, Fortnite's hit both Google and Apple. Bear in mind, Google and Apple are the two biggest corporations in the world. Apple for well, the iPhone, really. They've obviously got other products and stuff, but the iPhone is what people really know Apple for, and Google for literally everything else. Google has YouTube, it has Google search. If you need to find out something, you type it on Google, don't you? It has all these things, and Epic Games it seemed like they had this lawsuit just ready. It was just like, here you go, boom, hit you with that one. Look, and I don't know why. Like, yeah, I get it's scummy, okay, because Apple and Google and all companies, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, everyone takes a 30% cut of game sales, okay? That's just how it is. That's industry standard, and it's unfortunate. If it could be a 0% cut and everything could be cheaper and better, and that's great, but it isn't like that, unfortunately. So for Epic Games to pretend to take a stand, because that's what they're doing, they're not really taking a stand. This is all publicity for them. I guarantee that. They're not doing this because they think that the 30% cut other people have is wrong and we don't want 30%, and look, you're not doing it for that. You're doing it so you can get awareness to your game again, because it started to die off a little bit again, and that's honest to God what's happening. I guarantee it. I'll read out a few clips. So from GameSpot, so it says here, Fortnite's been removed from the iOS and Apple Store and Android's Google Play Store because of Epic Games promoting, developer Epic Games sue Apple and Google. It's huge news both because of the potential disruption of one of the world's biggest games. Fortnite's new season won't be playable on iOS or Android as of now. Blah blah blah, and then they go over a bit about what happened. Okay, and I'm not going to go over every last detail because I'm not a wizard when it comes to anything. I'm not great at the whole numbers thing. I don't know every in and out as to no one other than the companies involved. But it goes on here to say that the moves by Apple and Google rendered it impossible to download Fortnite through their respective stores. So basically what we did was put a block on, basically. I don't know if it was shadow blocked, where, still technically on the store, but it had just been obviously made invisible to everyone else. But either way, people couldn't do it, especially if you're on Apple. Obviously on Android you can still sideload it. That's still an option, but look, what does this mean? This to me comes off as another scummy practice. Okay, I've seen people taking Google's side and Apple's side. I've seen people take a Fortnite side. Let me explain something here. So, Fortnite, what are you doing? For one, I know Fortnite again. No one's ever going to see this. There's going to be 10 people that watch this, and none of you are going to, I'm pretty sure, work for Epic Games. But what are you doing? For one, you're having a lawsuit against the two biggest companies in the entire world, okay, and you're going against them after you broke the rules. I don't get it. There is a whole sort of document and everything, detail and everything. I did have a look through it. I don't understand it. I will be honest. I don't understand that sort of stuff. It's just a lot of words to me, but that's what it seems like to me. It seems like they're making an incredibly stupid move, and the only way I could see that benefit them in any way is for publicity. And the publicity has worked. I have seen a slight, I'm not going to say major, but a very slight tweak in Twitch viewership, which, as I always say, isn't an exact count of players or anything, but it does give a good indication as to what's popular or not at the time. And the thing is, I don't get why, because Fortnite is still the biggest game in the world right now. It's been this way for years, and so to do a publicity stunt like this, just to bring in more people, it seems like madness. I get that, you would always, if you could at all times have 100 million people playing, you would, but Fortnite is still bigger than Warzone and, standard Modern Warfare multiplayer and Overwatch and this and that combined. It's it's continuously got like 100 to 200,000 viewers and a ridiculous player base to go with it. It's what it is, but this is honestly stupid. If I was you, don't take sides, because there is no sides. Google and Apple are obviously fighting back because they want to retain the 30%, they want to make more money. It's a company, that's what you expect. If you're a company, any company, you don't just give stuff away for free, do you, really? Maybe 30%'s a bit harsh. Should it drop? I don't know. It's been industry standard for so long now, I don't know. But no, what Epic are doing, to put it lightly, walking on thin ice, really. If this goes wrong and this blows up in Epic's face, which I can see happening, yes, it's going to give you, a lot of publicity, but also it's going to give you such a bad rap. You're going to be known as a company that, went against Google and Apple and break rules, and then it's going to mean Google and Apple maybe going to want you back on their websites, because they have the power to just decline. I don't think they would, but Google and Apple have nothing really to gain out of Fortnite being on there. People don't flock out to buy a phone to buy Fortnite. If your whole intention is to play Fortnite, you buy a console, don't you? You don't go and buy a phone just to play a free game. So even though I don't think they will block them from re-releasing it up onto their stores, I wouldn't be surprised if, like I say, it blows hard in blows hard back in Epic Games' face. It's ridiculous, really ridiculous. And that's my 2 cents on the topic, as they say. the last little thing I'm going to end out on is quite a nice one. Fall Guys, the phenomenon that is Fall Guys, I believe had 2 million players on Steam. And Steam, as far as I'm aware, it isn't free. Like, it's free on PS4, so I would expect a ridiculous amount of people to play. It's a great game after all, but 2 million players on Steam, that's crazy. And look, I'm so happy for this game, I really am, because it's such a weird, odd game, but it just works so well. And as a party game, it's basically now like PlayStation's version of Mario Party in a way. You know, it's crazy, it's over the top. You can sit down and have a go with your mates. It's great fun. So that's all I've got to sort of discuss today. Let me guys. I hope you guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and as I said, everything will be linked in the description, so you're not going to miss anything. If you guys enjoyed, I don't know, maybe subscribe, like, I don't know, go tell your mum or your nan, be like, oi, look, you know, Pickle Sauce got a new video and check it out, or else. No, seriously, yeah, I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you next time.